Okay, yeah, so that is a very good question. That's probably the most important question you have to ask yourself. If you are thinking about getting into backyard chickens, the number one most common mistake and the biggest mistake you can make is putting your chickens in too small of a chicken coop. So let's talk about that. Now, when I refer to a chicken coop, it's very important that you understand I'm referring to the entire structure. And when it comes to our chicken coops, there's two parts of the coop. You have the hen house area, and then you have the run area. Now, let's take, for example, this California coop right here. This coop is 4 foot wide, 9 foot long. That's the footprint, that's the run size. And the hen house is elevated, and the hen house is 4 foot wide, 3 foot deep, okay? Why is that important to know? Well, here's all you have to remember. What did chickens do before coops were invented? They went up into the trees. Okay, that's where they went to sleep at night so that they had the most chance of surviving the night so they didn't get killed by predators. Well, here's what we had to do. We got to make it so that we can get to the eggs. We got to make sure that the chickens come back, but we got to also keep them safe, but we got to keep encouraging their instincts. So what we do is we have the hen house. We got this nice, beautiful tree house almost, if you will, for the chickens, where the chickens are going to come up into the hen house at night. And look at this bar right here. This is their tree branch. Now, most people will tell you 8 inches per hen on the roost bar for your standard size hens. I like a king size bed. That's just me. I like the 1 foot rule, and that really covers all your standard to larger breeds. Of course, with bantams, you can cut that in half down to 6 inches. So here we have a 4 foot roost bar. So it's really easy math. At the 1 foot rule, you can have up to 4 chickens. Now, the hen house determines ultimately how many chickens you can have inside your coop. So here we have this beautiful American coop here. This is our number one seller, most common size, and it's 6 foot wide, 12 foot long. Now, we're gonna open up the back doors here, and same exact concept, okay? You got the hen house, but here, because it's 6 foot wide and 4 foot deep, we're able to get away with having 2 6 foot roost bars. So when we go back to that 1 foot rule, that's 12 chickens, okay? But here's the big thing. Here's the big no-no is, okay, Matt said 1 foot rule. I can put 12 chickens in there only if you're free ranging. And that is so important for you guys to understand. I don't care how big your chicken coop is, how big your run is. Chickens love to free range. Let them free range. We all have predators, okay? But let's take, for example, if you couldn't free range, here's what I have to show you. If we come over here, again, the coop is 6 foot wide, but it's 12 foot long. If you can't free range, the most chickens I would ever put in here are 7. And the reason is you don't want less than 10 square feet per hen for the run area. And honestly, that's even a little small. Give your chickens as much room as possible during the daytime to do what chickens want to do. And that is get down on the ground and work and eat bugs. And don't forget, that's one of the things that makes your eggs taste so good. So if a customer said, Matt, I want to put 12 chickens in here, but I can't let them free range. I got predators. I got a neighbor that just won't allow it. I can't let you get away with a 12 foot run. We're going to have to extend or do a run extension. So real quick, if we did a run extension, let's say 6 foot, so then you would have a 6 by 18 foot run. I'm not sure what the math is real quick. What's 6 times 18? Watch this, human calculator.
108, sir, 108.
Thank you. So I think that is the right number. Here's what that's telling us. At 10 square feet per hen, we have 108 square feet. So I wouldn't go any more than technically 10.8 chickens. So let's say 10 chickens. So you still cannot max out your hen house unless you bump yourself down to the 8-inch rule. So you can see right there, hopefully it makes sense. That's your wiggle room. And again, you got to ask yourself, what size bed do you want your chickens to sleep in? There are so many people here that have chicken coops that do perfectly well at 8 inches per hen, but that's the idea. That's the first part that we have to talk about when it comes to what size chicken coop I should have. Now, I do want to talk about one other thing. You'll notice when you're looking at all of our chicken coops, we will match the number of egg boxes that matches how many hens you can have on your roost bars. So typically you want 1 nest box for every 4 to 6 hens. So let's take a look at this. We got 2 6 foot roost bars in there, so 12 feet, 12 chickens. Well, we have 3 nest boxes, okay? So at 4 chickens per nest box, 3 times 4, 12. See? It's not magic, it's just that simple. Now, the reason why it's also very important not to overload your hen house. Let's go over to this coop here real quick. All right, so here is one of my favorite chicken coops. This is the Carolina coop. This is 8 foot wide, 6 foot deep, right? Same thing though, we're gonna open up the hen house doors here. We got some stuff in here. We got a couple, 3 bags of hemp, 4 bags of hemp, a couple boxes of hemp back there. But the reason why I wanted to show you guys this chicken coop is we have 3 8-foot roost bars. So that should be 24 chickens, if I did my math correctly. But here's the other thing that we have calculated so that your life isn't more complicated. Literally, when you are using your deep litter system inside your hen house and you're using industrial hemp or your preferred source of carbon, we love the industrial hemp, this becomes your diaper. And you don't want too small of a diaper on too big of a baby if you really think about it. So if you said, you know what, Matt, I'm gonna go 6 inches per standard hen and maximize this hen house, you probably can get away with it. However, your deep litter system may not work as well. So you got to think about it. Rule of thumb is 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen. I'm not sure who goes in there and actually counts it. However, that's the idea. We have learned at the 1 foot rule, if you maximize this out, you have wiggle room when it comes to that deep litter system, and you can go well over a year without having to clean it out. See, here's where we can get technical too. So again, Matt said you got 3 8-foot roost bars in there, 24 chickens, but my 1 egg hutch doesn't match. So we got, if you look over here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 nest boxes, and at 4 hens per nest box, that will get you around the 20 hen mark. However, that's why I said earlier 4 to 6. 6 times 5. 30. So we have that covered, but anyone that's had chickens for a while, you're probably laughing right now. And the reason is you can have 12 chickens sharing 1 nest box easily. They might fight over it, but you'd be surprised how many chickens will want to share 1 nest box. And actually, speaking of that, let me show you a little coop trick over here. Let's say you do have some hens that are fighting over a nest box. Me personally, just let them. But if you don't like it and you want to make it so you reduce the drama, look how quickly and easily you can remove a nest box divider. And now you just open that up where they can share that box, but yet now there's 2 spots for them. Works all the time. Also, by removing this 1 divider, you got a broody hen and she hatched some baby chicks, or you put some baby chicks underneath her. This can also become that perfect nursery where you got room for the broody hen, the mama hen, you got room for a little chick water, a little chick feeder by just removing this 1 divider. It is the best way to incorporate chickens, new chickens to your existing flock. All right, guys, well, I hope you found that video helpful. It is one of the most common questions, but the reason why it's very common is because it's one of the most important questions. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. But you can always give us a call the old-fashioned way, 919-794-3989. Give us a call later.